Hello YouTube and welcome back to another section. This is the 100th time I'm trying to make this simple video. Making a video is very hard. So in this video I'm going to show you how to add large data to your recycle view. Very simple, very simple. Say you have a million and a billion or thousand data you want to add to your recycle view. It's simple. You're building a social media site, a social media application, I guess, or you're building a chatting application where you can chat as much as you like. So I'm going to show you this in a very simple way. But first, let me discuss the concept with you. The concept is this. Just imagine Facebook. On Facebook, we are scrolling through posts, and when you get to the bottom of the screen, something like Facebook will tell you to wait, adding more data. It doesn't give you all the whole data at once. It gives you the data that you need, not the data that you don't need. All right. So it gives you only what you need, and we are going to see how we can be able to do that. So let's get started. I'm going to increase the brightness of my laptop so that I can see what I'm doing. So I'm going to start by running this simple application, and yeah, so we have up to 30 data here. Now notice something when I try to over scroll up, okay, over scroll, that should be over scroll up. Okay, so when I try to over scroll, this thing prints for me. So we're going to use that on over scroll to be able to dictate changes, to be able to dictate when the user has gotten uh, to the end of the list that we have already showed them. Then we can add more list. So, but first, this is a custom recycle view that I built. So you need this. It has the on over scroll down and on over scroll up, and then it has some cute features with it also. Now, I think I've made a video about this before. And you can use this recycle view to build a TikTok if you want. Yeah, you can use it to build a TikTok kind of like application where you can swipe up, swipe down, or swipe left, swipe right if you want. Using a recycle view, and it's very smooth, both on Android and on desktop and on iOS. Yeah, any way you want to use it, it's cool. Okay, so let's get back to this. I'm going to change this to up. Up is for when I'm scrolling my hand up and then I get to the bottom of the screen. Yeah, so let's say, yeah, print down. So once I do this, boom, 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 yeah, I am down. So I would assume you know how to create a recycle view and how to add a recycle box layout to it. So only what you don't know how to do is this. So for you to get this feature, better use this. Or you can create them. You can go to my GitHub, check out this effect, because this effect is responsible for dispatching the scroll down and scroll up then. All right, so I'm going to just restart that, and continue back to my code. Okay, so what we want to do is to do some little magic here. I'm going to say app.dispatch uh, and app.add more lists, add more data. So what I want to do is to go to my main.py, go down here, dev app dot no Jesus, add more data. Yeah, and I'm going to do myself a favor to keep a check, because on over scroll up can fire as many times as possible. We don't want that to happen, so we want to keep a check. Say um, adding, yeah, adding data is equals to true, and I'm just going to put a pass here. Now, let me explain one more concept before we continue down this road. Say I have up to 100,000 widgets, let's say a million. Notice that let me say 100 because my system will freeze. 100,000. Just notice that this will continue to show me black screen, and then it takes time for this to appear. Well, my system is quite powerful in a bit via the CPU. But if you have a crazy CPU that's not powerful, I'm sorry, this is not going to be like, it's going to freeze up. So let me do a million, and this is going to freeze for some time, and it's still going to continue to freeze. So we don't want that. We want to add 1 million data, but not like this. We want to add them only when we need them. So I'm going to stop that, pull this back to 30. Yeah, or let's say 100. Let's do 100, but don't do 100. Do 30. Do 30. If you're working on a mobile device, you can do 100, but I would advise to do 30 because you don't want to download more data than the user needs. What if the user doesn't go through 100 of those posts? Just do 30 or 25, which is depending on the way you're displaying it on your screen. If the widgets are too large or too small, if the widgets are too small, then go with 100. If the widgets are so large, please go with 30. So I'm going to stick with 100 here, and then I'm going to set check if self dot adding data, then I should return. Yeah, just don't add more data because there is a data being added. So I will say for I in range 100, right? I'm going to simply increase self dot I this the rv dot data uh, dot append. So I'm going to append more data. Self dot root is already my rv. Self dot root dot data dot append. Yeah. So we'll do it that way. And but let's pass a message here and show that hey, we are adding more data. How do we do that? Let's put a print here. Adding more data. Okay. So I'm going to is up to 100. Uh, okay. Come on. Why are you? Why are you not? What? What is going on? On overscrew up app dot add more data. Oh. Okay, this is true. This is true. We need to set this to false. Yeah, and I'm going to set it to false here too. Self dot adding data is equals to uh, false once we're done. But once we start, we want to self dot like put a blocker. Hey, just don't do anything until I'm done, right? Block it there. Let me decrease this to somewhere like 20 so that I don't have to scroll a lot. All right. So let me be wary and know when I get down. Okay, list append takes exactly one argument. Oh, I didn't append anything. So I want to append a just an empty dictionary. Exactly. Okay, adding more data. So it's adding more data right now. Why is it not appending anything? Hmm. This is crazy. Maybe it is adding, but I'm not feeling that it is adding. Let's do something here because once you're at the very bottom of the screen, you won't notice anything that is being added. Um, print added. So let me be sure. Ah, okay. Added. Okay, it's added. So yeah. Wow, it's actually more than 30 because I can scroll more and it is still small. Yeah, it's added. It's added, guys. It's added up to 100. Stop. Okay, so I'm going to go down, 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 and then add more again. You see, that way you can keep adding and all that. But the problem now is the widget adds and then it scrolls down to the bottom. How do you make it stop in the middle? Right? How do you make it return back to where it was? Well, that is what I would leave you to figure out. Though this recycle view that I created has a way to scroll back. Where's that? Scroll view. So it has a way to uh, swipe to a certain direction, uh, a certain index. Yeah. So maybe on our next video we'll do that. Right? On our next video we'll do that. We'll try to maintain this scroll distance. Let me not try to figure it out now because I don't want to make this video long. So, but this is the way you add more data to your recycle view without stressing or without hanging. As you can see, it was scrolling smoothly. You can do the same on Android, you can do the same on iOS, it works. So thank you and see you next time. Ta-da!